Just to give you a little demonstration of what these things look like, this is an LED, non-laser handpiece, and the way you would use it is you'd put it over the area of interest, put it on there, and let it go for typically it's about a minute. Now, again, everything is playing around with parameters. This has very specific parameters of 1 minute at 2.5 hertz, and again, there's just lots of science and discussion in terms of what's for the correct frequency. But again, I won't go down that path at this point. What's, for example, I would find that I have another unit at home, which I keep at home all of the time, just because I find that there's always something, from whether it's one of my cats, it's my wife, myself, there's always something wrong with one of us. And we've had a lot of colds recently. The other night I was just so stuffed up, and I said, I can't sleep like this. And I was going to take a decongestant and that. Whenever I can, I prefer not to take medications if possible. I don't have a big problem with it, but I just prefer to keep it to a minimum. So I said, well, I'm just going to use the Thor on my sinuses. Right? Whereas like, I'm going to use Thor on my sinuses because I'm just so stuffed up. I'm going to shoot myself. So I did. A minute here, up here. And honestly, within 5 minutes, my sinuses were clear. The right side was still a little bit. I did another one there, and I slept the rest of the night. I needed no decongestants, anything. Pretty remarkable, and it's not. You don't have to wait a long time to see if it's going to work. No, it's not going to work for days and days, but it certainly worked for that night, and that's about the range that I would suspect would be its longevity, because of course you're still the cold, and it's producing the symptoms. But little thing, that's why I have one at home for when I am playing hockey. I hurt my knee, same thing. So anyways, this is how it works. There's other settings and other uses for it, and there's a smaller handpiece, which this one is a laser handpiece. This is one that you would not use on eyes. You can use it around eyes or other. This is, it penetrates deeper. I would use it more. This is when if I have a nasty knee injury or even my shoulder, I'd probably use this a little bit more. So it's just a matter of deciding again what the issue at hand is. So, but just now to talk about the canopy. This is a full body canopy, and it's got 2 wavelengths of light in here, just as these handpieces have 2 wavelengths, which are the ones that are determined to be the most effective wavelengths to achieve the effect that we're looking for, which is reducing the oxidative stress. And also the canopy has that. So the idea is you lay down inside it, and I'll just turn this on. It'll be bright. This one you don't need to worry about if your eyes are getting exposed or not. It's just LED. So you lay inside there, you close this up, and then you just hang out for anywhere between 8 to 15 minutes. And then you come out, and really what I like to really stress to people is don't expect it to change your life. You go in it one day and everything's better now. Everything is a process. It takes you a while to get unwell, it takes you a little while to get better. But there are effects that you can feel. I would say probably about 70% of people will have something that they find right away. Whether it's sleeping, mood, issues like that. So that's why, especially with the canopy, I find that it's a very important thing for people to understand is managing expectations. And if you understand the process, then it's easier to understand what your expectations should be. When we're using things like the handhelds on a specific zone, for example, one woman I was saying to, actually a friend of mine, and this was actually when I had first got the unit. I was kind of excited. I wanted to try new things. So I said, you've got to have something wrong with you. She said, well, I can't wear heels. I've never been to wear heels for a few years because it just hurts my ankle. So I treated her ankle, maybe 3 minutes worth of light. And since then, she's been wearing heels, since that next day. It's basically what I believe had gone on there is that she just had a chronic inflammation in her ankle, and it just wasn't. It's a matter of threshold. It was such that it was just at the point where it was enough that it would be stopping her from doing things. The light reduced it sufficiently so that discomfort was gone, and as well. Again, the more you understand the process, it'll also speed up healing, and as well as reduce inflammation very, very effectively, it'll speed up healing. So there's just so many things that are interesting about this. If I wanted to sort of try to sell somebody on the idea, it's usually one of these things. If you come with a specific problem, in most cases you'll, depending upon what we're talking about, that's where people can find a result much more quickly. This is more of the canopy is more of a, if you believe in it now, go with it and see how it helps you.